Have you guys ever made a video where you were talking and then 10 minutes after you realized you've totally forgot what you were talking about and you're just rambling and going nowhere and then you start all over? That happened. I started out like everyone else did with dial-up, and I didn't really use it much except for games and stuff like that. Then MSN came along and I started really talking to my cousin a lot, but even that was kind of scarce. It was my brother who used it a lot too. He always hogged the phone line and I was kind of always mad at him about it because none of my friends could call me. Because, you know, back in the day, the phone was all the rage. So yeah, he was on MSN a lot, right? But, you know, I didn't have to use it because none of my other friends my age had internet or MSN, so there would be no one for me to talk to. And that led to a kind of a lull in my internet usage, you know. I was really addicted to my Game Boy. Yeah, that's where my time was spent. But little did I know, by the time I was around my brother's age, I began to use MSN a whole lot now. So yeah, MSN was my big usage. I played an online game called GunBound. I was never any good, but I spent way so much time on that thing. And the other thing I used the internet for was walkthroughs and tips and cheats in my video games, you know, because I get stuck a lot. So yeah, walkthroughs is what I used a lot. And yeah, my brother and I were really into video games. And sometimes he would show me trailers on the internet, and like I knew that videos could exist on the internet, but I used to always think they had to be downloaded. That's why I thought that my brother was using the internet a hell of a lot because he was watching a lot of the videos. However, little did I know that what he was using would be a website that kind of changed my life. But anyways, he kept showing me game trailers and videos, things on the site, and I thought it was pretty fancy because it was on the website and you don't have to download it, which is really cool. But I never bothered to learn what that site was. And in 2005, 2006, my friends and I, we watched a lot of anime, and then we started talking and they said that they watched Japanese anime subtitled because, first off, they said it was a lot better, and talking about all the way episodes are way ahead of them, what they have in Canada. And then I asked them how they watched that because I always thought you had to download them, and my friends weren't really the kind to go and look for downloading anime. And they told me, oh, I watch it on YouTube. And I was like, what's YouTube? And they told me it's a place where you could just watch things. And so I went home, I tried it out, I typed in Naruto, and yeah, I saw that they had videos of it, episode 71, part 1, 3. And then that one was really kind of confusing to me. I think that was the kind of the early stage of YouTube, so I didn't pay much attention to it. I just never watched it again. But then in my summer, the summer of 2006, I had really nothing to do. So my brother downloaded one episode of this anime that I really liked. I didn't think he was going to download anymore, so I just went on YouTube, typed it in, and I watched a couple of episodes, and I watched YouTube. For a while, I was one of those only people that watched it for entertainment purposes. And from there, you know, the featured video section used to be there, which I've already went into that I really miss. But then I saw a video called Random Act of Kindness by Johnny Durham. I watched it, loved it, checked out his other videos, liked it, subscribed. First vlogger I ever subscribed to. And then he made a video, a teaser of him starting this collab channel with 5 other guys. And that's how I found the 5 Awesome Guys. This is a very detailed history, isn't it? I'll have to cut some stuff out. And so yeah, I started watching the 5 Awesome Guys. In their videos, I kept hearing them referring to the 5 Awesome Girls, and I was like, 5 Awesome Girls? I don't feel like I'll check them out later. And then in the spring of that year, 2008, that's when I started watching the 5 Awesome Girls. So I had to catch up on all of those videos. I subscribed to the 5 Awesome Girls, and then they started talking about the Vlogbrothers, and I didn't know what the Vlogbrothers was and stuff like that. And so yeah, I didn't pay much attention to that until, I don't know for what reason, I just decided to go there. I clicked on the Vlogbrothers. That's his history. The funny thing was, I actually saw and I remember seeing 2 of their videos featured on the front channel. One was the Accio Deathly Hollows, which I wasn't a big Harry Potter fan back then, so I just ignored it. Like, yeah, it's a song about Harry Potter. And then there was their first video got featured. I remember that. They never seemed to talk about that, but I remember their first video was featured, and I actually watched it, and it was kind of boring, so I never watched it anymore. And then yeah, you guys know how I found NFI after that. I just typed in my city and Nerd Fighters, and I found Joanne. Blah, blah, blah. 7 minutes! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to cut this down real bad. This theme might be a bit of a complicated one. Okay, so throughout this video you've heard me say, oh wow, this video is so long, I'm gonna have to cut it. Oh my gosh, 7 minutes, I'm gonna have to cut it. And like, at the beginning you just saw me say, you ever said a whole bunch of things and then you just start over? Well, my theme for next week is, I want to see that leftover. It's kind of like a one-take video, but like, I also want you to include ideas. Like for example, if you start your video saying something about your school day, and then you just decide to think like, oh, they're not gonna want to hear this, you stop, delete, and start all over. No, keep it. I want to hear it. I want to see how your thought process goes. I want to see, I kind of want to see how much you screw up or how much you don't screw up. I guess it's also a way to check the progress of video making throughout the year. For example, I've noticed I've kind of been able to talk a lot faster in my videos. Do I? Basically, when you're editing your video and you're gonna delete something out, don't leave it in. From that, it's a free theme. If you guys don't understand what my theme is, message me on Facebook or MSN, and I might be on Skype this weekend, so maybe then too. Two more things. First off, I'd like to say happy birthday to my friend. He is one of, I think, only 3 or 4 people that know about this. So if he's watching, happy birthday. He doesn't want me to say his name, so I won't. 2, Father's Day. Guys, we really miss you. Please come back. I don't care what order you guys come back or however you decide, just please come back. Erica, nice to see you again. See you tomorrow.